Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay. And we're here today to give you our review of Marvel Studios' She-Hulk Episode 1. So some quick thoughts. Thought it was solid. You know, I think this was a show. I didn't think this show was going to be bad. I'll say that right now. Like, I thought this show was going to be nice, good. It's going to be like its own thing. And you see that in the beginning, especially with Jennifer Walters breaking into the fourth wall, talking about her bad story, which I very much appreciate them establishing it and doing it now in the first episode rather than, you know, some shows doing bad stories each and every episode or just having it later on. Like, I'd rather it just be done, established now, move forward. We're in the present. Okay, so we see her and Bruce in the car when they're attacked by a Sakaar spaceship. You know, Bruce's blood ends up getting into... They get in a car crash. Bruce's blood ends up getting into Jennifer's blood, which turns her into a Hulk. And, yeah, so that's how Bruce gets his arm healed because of her blood. And then you see his, like, little resort, like his little home that he has in Cabo, Mexico, I believe. That's where it is. That's where he, like, found his inner peace. That's where he became... Professor Hulk over the years, you know, with his self-meditation and everything. And then you start to see, like, him and Jen, they're testing their powers out. You have this montage of them, like, him teaching her how to use her powers. And you start to see, like, she has better control of it than he does from the start. When she holds out, like, she actually has full control as far as her persona, like, she can talk and everything. Versus Bruce, where, you know, it took years for him to do that. So yeah, this show establishes a lot. You get that real family dynamic between Bruce and his cousin, which is somewhat a little bit different than the comics, because the comics, it was always Jennifer always uplifting Bruce, because Bruce always saw himself as the monster that he was. So Jennifer would uplift him in the comics, and it's kind of a little bit different here. But, you know, it is what it is. I thought it was solid, though. Solid episode.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I like the episode. I think the whole getting the backstory in the beginning, I think that was a great twist to a superhero show or a superhero movie. We just got done with Miss Marvel, which I love. But Miss Marvel is more of like the growing, how to become the hero. Mm-hmm. But She-Hulk is saying she already has her powers. Now we need to take a whole season to do the powers. And like I said, now it's more just like she's been living with it now. And some people know about it. They know what she is. So I think now we can just go for the story, which I'm excited for. I think this show's gonna be great. I hear people that have seen like the first 4 say it's amazing. I think it's the best Marvel show. I think also because it knows what it is. It knows what it is. You know what I mean? I think it's very comedic. It's fun. It's to have a good time. I enjoy Bruce in it. I like seeing the Hulk in it. The smart Hulk. I enjoy him. I think I enjoy him more now as time has went on. I think because, you know, at first when you got him, you were like, oh man, I kind of want the old Hulk. But I think as time has went on, he's grown on me, and I like him and his dynamic with her. How he's trying to help her train, how he's going through the encyclopedia, how he dealt with everything and stuff like that. I love all that. Mm-hmm. The actress that's playing Jennifer She-Hulk, she's amazing.
Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. She's amazing. I saw some people complain about they thought it was a lot of they thought there was some feminism stuff in there. I don't really think so. I think there's that scene where she's talking about getting catcalled and like if she loses her temper, she's considered crazy. It's like that. Like, women are considered crazy. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's really feminism though. I didn't look at it like that.
I don't mind that scene. Like I like that scene and I like exactly everything that she said. I just don't like who she directed it at. If that made sense.
What do you mean?
Like if it was someone else, I'd be like, okay, this is good. But her saying I can show up better than you and all of this, I can.
She does though.
But it's like you're saying that to Bruce. Like Bruce has dealt with a lot too. Like if we're really going there, because I don't know if MCU Bruce Banner took the backstory that regular Bruce Banner usually has, where when he was a kid, his father killed his mother. There was that. This guy worked for the government and then to experiment on gamma radiation. Then same government that he's working for ends up turning on him when he gets exposed to it, hunts him down throughout his life, has the Avengers, loses his friends, loses his team, loses the love of his life, Natasha, in a way as well. So got basically mind controlled by Wanda, where he destroyed a whole city in Wakanda. So
I think he kind of does say that though, because he says like I've been doing this for a long time and stuff like that. I don't think she's talking about what he's been through. I think she appreciates what he's been through. I think she's talking about as far as like I don't need you to help me, teach me how to do this. If I already know how to control this. Like I've been doing this my whole life, by to control my temper and stuff like that. So I don't need you to teach me how to do that now. Cause I've been having to do that as a woman.
I think when she said like I can do it better than you or some shit like that. I think she said something like that, and that's where I was like, do you?
I feel you. What else we get to see in this episode? It's not too much this episode. So honestly, just mainly seeing her train and like when she fights Bruce, I thought that was a fun little scene. Bruce still got some hands on him. You know what I mean? We always see everyone's thinking about Bruce is just weak now, but Bruce can still throw some hands.
And I don't mind
She does win the fight though. Much.
I don't mind the Professor Hulk. Now, all I'm saying is that I wish it would have delved into it a lot more into how he became Professor Hulk.
That's what this show's doing. They're literally telling you he went while there when the blip happened. Him and Tony built the island in New Mexico, built the bar and everything. Like built all that stuff underneath the ground for him to be able to experiment.
No, but that's not really telling. That's not really actually experiencing him going through it. That's just kind of like a recap of him saying what. But
that's telling you what he was doing throughout that whole time instead of just having to see like because after in game you just know like okay he went down there he messed some things and brought the two together. But this is telling you more of where he went. How he was able to build all this stuff. Tony helped him build it. Who put the money into it, stuff like that, and how he did it. It didn't show you it visually, but it still told you all about what he was doing during that time and how this came.
But I think they should have showed it visually to a point where like Moon Knight. You know how Moon Knight like he has that internal battle inside his head between him and his other personas all that.
The Hulk's a little different.
So I think like it would have been cool if they did something where like, hey. There's a little moment or scene where it takes us inside Bruce Banner's mind,
been seeing that,
and it's him fighting the Hulk.
But that's different because Moon Knight is a new character. We've seen the Hulk battle with Bruce Banner for years, and we've seen it over the movies. Them become more on the same page. Like Hulk start talking more later in the movie.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying is like that internal battle inside his mind that is fighting over.
But but part of that's because we saw the fight between him and Thanos. Thanos, that shit woke his ass up and made him think like, oh fuck. And he realized, hey, we gotta work together if we're gonna do this. I think that's part of why when he got his ass whipped by Thanos so bad and he didn't want to come out and fight no more, what helped to that scene. Even that deleted scene they show of Infinity War when he the deleted scene in Infinity War when he starts messing with it and stuff like that. I'm saying like as far as the character, I think the Hulk realized he needed Bruce Banner and Bruce Banner realized he needed the Hulk. I think it was the realization of there's a bigger threat out there that we can't just big monster. We can't just fight that motherfucker and win. So we have to come together to defeat the enemy. So I think that was like the moment Hulk realized I need Bruce Banner also.
I'm just saying I wish we would have got a scene where it was like X-Men Apocalypse. Nah, I know that's a bad movie to bring up. But you know when Charles Xavier is fighting Apocalypse inside his head, I wish we would have got something like that.
That would be the same emotional
with Bruce versus the Hulk fighting for control, and then eventually they end up coming to terms that hey.
No, I'm not knocking that. That would make sense if you didn't have the story that they went with him getting his ass beat in Infinity War. He got his ass beat so bad he didn't want to fight no more. And Bruce Banner needed his ass desperately. And where was he? The one time Bruce Banner never wants the Hulk to come out. The one time he needs that motherfucker to come out, he don't want to come out. So it was a realization. Hey, we need each other. Which, if you didn't have a movie that established, like, say you want this in the first movie, yeah, okay, your mindset works better, your plan works better for like Age of Ultron or something like that. But with the establishment of the Hulk and going through all these movies and seeing this character develop, it was cool to know, like, hey, I get why it all had to go down like that. But
it just feels for a lot of people, not just me, but for a lot of people, it just feels like
no, that's fine.
Where did this come from?
No, I respect everybody can do what they gotta do, but I'm saying, what y'all think after Infinity War then? Everyone joked and laughed about how Hulk got his ass whooped, didn't want to come out and fight no more. What were y'all thinking then? And how Bruce Banner needed the Hulk and he wouldn't come out, he had to find the damn Iron Man,
what we originally
the Hulk Buster.
Well, what we originally thought was gonna happen was that eventually Hulk was gonna bust out of that fucking Iron Buster, and then come like the real Hulk was coming back.
Why did everyone think that though? The motherfucker got his ass beat. Hulk's never had his ass beat.
We had the fucking trailer.
Okay,
let's not forget the trailer.
Yeah, okay, cool. What else? But we didn't think he would get his ass beat in the beginning.
2, there was a Funko Pop literally that was selling that had the Hulk busting out of the Hulk Buster.
No, okay, but I'm saying, okay, you say the toys do lie. The toys come out before movies, but we didn't know the Hulk was gonna get his ass beat the way he did. Nobody knew that was coming. So when you get that, I realized, oh damn, I see why the Hulk don't want to come out. This is the first time he's ever got his ass beat like that. He's never lost. Also, never got his ass beat.
I mean, he lost to Iron Man.
No. He lost to Hulk Buster, but he didn't get his ass beat. Hulk was still able to give Tony the works. Thanos literally let him fuck around for a little bit and then started whooping his ass and putting him to work. He put him up to sleep pretty much. And he felt overpowered for the first time in his whole existence. Hulk was overmatched. And Bruce Banner realized when he was in the fucking suit, damn, I can't do shit. I am not useful unless I have the Hulk to come out and fight when I need him. I can't help nobody just as Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner can't help at times, but I need this other guy also. And that's what you get. And also, you got to throw the right now, which was Hulk in there 2 years. So I was cool with that. I'm not going to rant about it. I was cool with that. I don't have a problem with it. I get people that have a problem with it. I mean, I can understand. That's how I look at it. But overall, man, I expect great things for this show. I'm encouraged by the Marvel show. I think they finally have found. I'm not even gonna blame them. Cause I think COVID kind of messed them up also with the Falcon Winter Soldier and the other shows like that. But their shows have gotten better throughout. Like look at Loki, look at the WandaVisions. I mean, Falcon Winter Soldier is the only one people hate. I don't hate that show like that. I just think it's not the best out of all those other shows. But they're still getting better with Miss Marvel, and now people saying She-Hulk might be the best one for people that have seen multiple episodes. So it just seems like they're on a rise when it comes to the Disney Plus shows. And if that's the case, that's a great thing because it gives you a chance to really grow these characters and it makes people more excited to see what else you have coming down the line as far as Disney Plus shows. Like, I know Echo, something that a lot of people aren't popular about or too high on Echo because, like, why do I want to care about Echo? But if these shows keep going the way they're going, they keep going up, then, I mean, Echo could be fired too. And then we got Daredevil. We got a lot of stuff coming out, so I'm just happy to see. I can't wait to see Daredevil in this show. I love how they ended this show. They done a great job with the music stuff. Who's that girl? Yeah, the E playing. So that was dope. It was a great show, man. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. They have post-credit scene after every episode. Post-credit scene kind of like, it's just there. Just some fun Captain America stuff. So yeah. I didn't know that chick though was Peter Quill's grandma. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew. I know.
Same actress.
Yeah, I know. He actually James Gunn confirmed that.
Yeah.
But so Peter, his grandma's, so Captain America was tapping her ass, tapping grandma's ass.
So Cap could be Peter Quill's dad.
No, it'd be his grandpa.
Or his grandpa.
Maybe Cap was like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I knew Cap was getting a little bit.
I knew that shit too.
You gotta get a little bit. You know what I mean?
Come on, bro. That man. Hey, the minute that man got that super soldier serum, you telling me he wasn't smashing some hoes?
I mean, he could have got girls before then, though. Because Bucky was bringing them.
Before?
He was. Bucky was bringing them.
Yes.
But at least I got a date for you and for me, and then he didn't want Holly. He was too busy doing others to go about the damn sign for the military. Bucky literally brought 2 girls, one for him, one for Cap.
Man, they were there. They were there to give that man comfort. Just to tag along on the double date. It really, them girls were there so they could go on a date with Bucky too.
Bucky brought
without actually going on.
No, he could have kept one maybe. I mean, hey, my man just didn't have. He didn't have no gay. He was doing that thing. I respect the Cal Cap. But overall, great show, great episode. I think the CGI actually looks better than a lot of people thought. A lot of people, I didn't bother me at all.
I can't agree to that. Like I do think it looked a lot better finished and in this episode. So we'll see later on. Future episodes. Will it be consistent?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Because the trailers looked very off to me, but I still was gonna watch it anyway because I thought, hey, I think it's an interesting story. I think it's kind of what She-Hulk's about because she's a lawyer for superheroes, so it's a new story in the MCU, like a new take on some of these characters and how they're interpreted in as far as their daily lives. Because usually we see characters who are taken from their daily lives and are forced to be superheroes and forced to fight the fight for the greater good, world-ending threats. Whereas you see a person with superhero powers who is trying to do a regular, normal 9-to-5 job. Or I don't know if lawyer is a 9-to-5 job, but still like a regular job that helps out everybody. That helps out the people. And I mean, of course, we're gonna see her eventually get moved into this superhero division of clients. So that's going to be really interesting.
No, yeah, I'm excited to see. And I have faith in the show. I know Johnny died the Abomination scene still, and we gotta see that.
Yeah, I still don't know how I feel. About
Overall, I think the show's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be a good show, man.
I just don't like the voice, man. The voice. Hey, I'm fine with him being.
Suppose I heard they're doing a talk series with him back on Sakaar.
Oh God, is Abomination in that too?
Probably not.
Okay, but yeah, I and that's the thing. Like, I think the Sakaar spaceship, maybe that teases into a future Planet Hulk movie if Universal would fucking sell the rights.
That would be fire, bro.
That would be fire. I would be happy with that, especially if he could turn back into Hulk.
No, he does Hulk.
But you know what I mean? Come on now, like if he has some savageness to him.
If he had to, you think he could do it?
But he kind of teased it.
Yeah,
when they got in that car crash. So I'm hoping that it's still
if
there.
he needed, I think he could do it. I think it's something if he does he want to do that.
But yeah, and as far as Abomination, I just don't like the voice. He's not in this episode, just letting you guys know. But like, I just think seeing him in the trailers and seeing like when I expect to see him in the future episodes, I'm gonna be like, damn it, why does he sound like this?
Also,
because he sounds exactly like Korg. It's basically like Korg.
Hey, bro.
But it is what it is.
Also, the Tony Bruce Banner riding in the car in the bar, I love that too. I thought that was just emotional. I was like, man, like
really establishes how
Bruce has lost a lot, but also like just seeing Tony Stark, Tony Stark's impact on just everybody, just as a whole, is kind of crazy. It just makes you like, damn, bro. Yeah. But I love the scene when he tells him about the bar. Like, you're fixing it, and they be drinking and shit. But it was dope. I enjoyed the episode.
Yeah. So yeah. What did you guys think of Marvel Studios She-Hulk? Be sure to let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this review, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Jay.
Deuces, guys.
Peace.